I've said for a long time that mob justice is no justice. And unfortunately, right now, the biggest proof of that belief is in the MeToo movement. What started as a group of women coming together to expose the things that Harvey Weinstein had done to them has morphed into what I would equate to the second coming of the Spanish Inquisition. If you have done anything at all that could even be interpreted as a slight against the Church of Woman, then you are condemned. It's at the point where you don't even have to have done anything. You can just say the wrong thing or speak at an inappropriate time and you're gone. Accusations are thrown around willy-nilly as if they were nothing. So many of them have been shown to be fake or false, and yet nothing comes of that. The person that is accused, their career is still destroyed. They are forever marred by this. It's a giant, permanent scarlet letter that they might as well have branded on them. And the latest example that shows that my way of thinking has somewhat become mainstream is Henry Cavill, the man that plays Superman in the modern era. He gave an interview this week saying that he doesn't really date or flirt anymore because in some ways he's afraid. What used to be the process of just flirting and wooing could now be taken as sexual assault, harassment, or even rape. And he is terrified of that, especially as someone who is always in the spotlight. He can't have that kind of thing happen to him, and it would be so easy for that kind of thing to happen to him. To which, him saying he's afraid to flirt because he doesn't want to be accused of rape then led to people saying, oh, well, then if you're not flirting, it must be because you're a rapist. He couldn't win because this drove people absolutely up a wall because he is, in a sense, the first mainstream example of what I and a lot of others have been believing, that this has become just a giant witch hunt. The best example that I've seen showing a counterpoint to what Cavill was saying was, and I'm going to quote this verbatim, "This is absurd. If Henry Cavill doesn't want to be called a rapist, then all he has to do, ... is not rape anyone." See, the problem with that is you don't have to rape someone to be accused of being a rapist. The belief that, oh, all you have to do is not rape and you won't be called a rapist, that assumes that human beings don't ever lie. And as we have seen time and again, human beings can and will lie all the fucking time to try and get ahead in some way. You would think that rape accusations would be treated as sort of sacrosanct, or however that word's pronounced, because it is such an egregious crime. But no. Just ask the Duke lacrosse team and their multi-year battle against that one psychopath. Think that that's too extreme an example? Okay, let me give you a more tame one. Brad Wardell. You might be asking who the fuck that is. He is the CEO of Stardock, a company that makes a lot of software programs and has also made a few video games. Back about 2010-ish, he fired a woman, or his company fired a woman, and she accused Wardell of sexually assaulting her. So this ended up in a multi-year lawsuit and court case to ultimately get to the point where not only was it found that he was not guilty, he actually proved his innocence to the degree that she had to write a retraction and an apology so that he could present that anytime someone said, oh, well, you're Brad Wardell, the rapist. And he could show beyond any doubt that no, this was a false accusation brought up against him. And he had the thing to show it. And yet, to this day, there are still people that because Wardell was accused, he is guilty in their circles. It doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter what evidence he has. The fact that she said she was sexually harassed by Brad Wardell means that she was, and he did it. Period. No matter how innocent he proves himself. Therein lies the other problem with this. There is no way to prove your innocence to these people. If you are accused, tough shit, you're stuck with it for life. And I do mean for life. The people that are in the MeToo movement tend to hold grudges for very, very long times, if not forever. Just ask Chick-Fil-A. I'm bringing that up as a separate aside thing to show how long grudges are held. The owner of Chick-fil-A donated his own money, not the company's money, his own money, to a Christian charity that was also against gay marriage and did some anti-gay marriage campaigning. And the owner of Chick-fil-A is this, at the time, 80-something-year-old Christian dude. So he is against gay marriage. I mean, yeah, that's a shock. He did it with his own money, not the company's money. That's the big thing here. And they couldn't get to him because he gave zero shits. So they attacked his company. There are still places where his company, even after they made sure that he never donated to this charity again, and that they donated to plenty of pro-LGBT charities, they still make sure that he cannot get Chick-fil-A's on a lot of college campuses, and in a lot of New England cities, they vehemently oppose opening Chick-fil-A's there. I read an article just a few months ago how they had finally opened up a Chick-fil-A in New York City, and the New Yorker put it as a Christian invasion. Gee, I wonder if that grudge from so long ago is still held. But that's just to prove the point of no matter how much time has passed, once you're accused, you are accused for life. And this will never be forgiven. It will never be forgotten. I'm sure that this is going to come back and bite me too in the ass. If not for this particular incident, then for stuff that's going to happen in not even a year's time, because this has been escalating very far, very fast. We've already had some cases that have been shown that it's impossible to have happened, and yet it's still the people that are big figures in this still hold that, oh, it absolutely happened because a woman said it and women never lie, or something to that effect. I don't want this to end up as disastrous, as much of a disaster as I think it's going to, because I don't want to live in a world where people that have actually been assaulted or raped aren't believed. But that's what's going to end up happening if this continues as it is. This has just become a giant social media witch hunt. It has destroyed careers, and it's just, It's just not stopping. Just have some fucking common sense and actually go after people that you have evidence did anything, not people that are saying, hey, you know, this is kind of scary that anyone can be accused of anything, and then they're suddenly blacklisted for life. Oh, okay, you think that we're going to blacklist you then. Ha! Thank you for proving the point, you idiots. This has been Math Machine once again asking for a call of moderation and common sense, and I know I'm barking up the wrong tree there. Peace out.